Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. So today I've decided to take these three things and combine it to one. Number one, UX. I want to take my learnings and I want to learn more in this UX field. So I want to do something in the format where I can share it with you guys. Number two, creativity skills. Right now I'm developing a lot of creativity skills, a lot of tools, etc., which will help me show out my talent and show out my artistic view on certain things. So I wanted to share that too with you guys. And number three is video skills. Since I know or I can do a lot of videos, I wanted to put all these things into a video format and share it with you guys. While brainstorming those three things, I got to know that I can do this one idea where I can pick a company and redesign their homepage. Yes. So for this instance, this video, I'll be redesigning the Google search result page. You know, when you search the information, a page pops up with all the links, information. That page is what I'll be deciding and I'll be redesigning on. So in this video, I'll be following the procedure, which it may be the research, the wireframing part, the prototype part, and the final product. So these are the steps which I'll be going through, and hopefully the design will be to your liking. So without further wasting time, let's jump straight into the video. Let's jump straight in. Google homepage. These are the things that I'll really consider. Number one, research. In that, there are three categories. Number one will be pain points, number two will be personas, and number three will be secondary information, which means things you find on the internet and the data which we will find there. And number two, wireframes. In that, there are also two types. Number one will be paper wireframe, and then the low fidelity wireframe where you do it digital. Number three will be prototype. In this too, there will be two more, which is a low fidelity prototype and a high fidelity prototype. And number four, lastly, it will be the mockups. This also has two things: the final product and the final design. So these are the things I'll be considering, and let's work on it right away. Okay, now let's jump into research. Number one point was pain points. If you don't know the meaning, pain points is usually, the one thing that frustrates the user or the customer while interacting or using the product. So as you can see, I've drawn a layout or the sketch of the original web page of the Google right now. And if you can observe, there are a lot of blank spaces. I mean, there's nothing on it. It's just blank space. And it may be a good thing at certain times, but also it can be a little, it can be a little bad. So that's why I thought I'll keep that as a thing to work on. Number two is it is not organized. As you can see, the information is just spread out. I wouldn't say spread out, but it doesn't have the proper boxes, or it doesn't have the proper organization for a user to see and just visualize, okay, this is the information from this company or this guide, etc. So that was also one more thing, and it is not accessible. The bar on the Google page, where there is home, photos, images, news, etc. When you scroll down, you actually need to go up again and then press on it, and it's really, it can be a little bit of a frickle or a little bit of problem there. And number three will be the plain touch. When you go there, it's just plain. I mean, you don't get to see much, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a problem, but it might not be likable for many other users as well. Number five will be the text and size of the icons are small. If you really observe, for many people, that text can be really small. You need to go far and see, or sometimes go near it and see, because of eyesight problems. So definitely that also should be worked out into making it a little more bigger and little more standardized for people to see it comfortably. So those are the 5 points which I decided to work upon, which is number one, blank space; number two, not organized content; number three, not accessible; number four, plain touch; and number five, text and size icons to be small. So these are the pain points, and let's work ahead. Let's jump into personas. Yes, Persona is something, it gives you a gist of the user who's using your platform or who's using your product. So I'll be taking two things into consideration in persona, which is goals and frustration. So this user, the goal is it should be interactive. Number two, it should be intuitive. Number three, it should be organized. Number four, there should not be much empty space. And number five, the text should be big. Now let's move on to frustrations, the things which the user is frustrated about. Too much space, not organized, inaccessible, small text, and plain design. We can see that the frustrations and the goals are almost equal, and these are the things that we need to be working on. So the 4 points is, number one, this is the persona that I'll be taking into consideration in the design phase. And number two, these are the characteristics that the user will have while interacting with the product. And this is what I'll be using in developing the design phase, as I told you. Number three is I'll be working on the goals more importantly, and I'll be also fixing the frustrations of the users. So these are the 4 things which I found out through the persona phase. Let's move to the next phase and get some more valuable information. Okay, let's move to the information stage. In this phase, I wanted to know one main thing, which is, should I do this in dark mode or in light mode? So I wanted to search this and survey it on the internet, and I found out 82% of the people use dark mode and only 18% of the people use light mode. Taking this information, dark mode is more favorable, so that is why I'll be using dark mode as the base of the design. Then color code. These are the colors that I'll be choosing upon and I'll be working upon. And in the web page, it will be 181918, and the boxes, it will be 242526, and the text will be FFFFF. So these are the color codes that I'll be working on, and the platform which I'll be doing is Figma. So we have all the information in hand. Let's move to the exciting phase, which is the design phase. Paper wireframes. This is the starting process of the design. I'll be doing a paper wireframe of the homepage just to understand myself how the design will go through and how the layout is structured. So I started off with a few icons in the top, which indicates a certain set of instructions or a certain set of visuals that will really help the users. And then of course the search bar, which will tell what you have searched, etc. And having that information, I redesigned the bar which I told you about, where there are a lot of information about news, images, etc. into the side phase where you can see clearly and it is more organized, and I felt it was more better, to be honest. So there I've listed out all those things where it's easily interactive and it's more better is what I feel. And then I started on with creating boxes on certain set of information provided by certain set of people. So the first box consists of where will the things be, and where will the icons, the text will be. So that was there, and the side will be talking more about the things you've searched on and frequently known information, like if you search colleges near me, that phase is where things will come. Or if you search about a company, example Google, information about the Google will come on that side, where it talks about who is the founder, who is the CEO, the company website, etc. And the down scrolling part is it may be the Twitter handle, it may be etc, etc. So those are the things that I'll be really working on in the low fidelity stage. So those are the things that I've considered while creating the paper wireframes. So that's the wireframing part. Let's move on to the low fidelity prototypes. Low fidelity prototypes. This is the stage where you convert your paper wireframes into a digitalized form, and the platform which I've chosen, which I've already told you, is Figma. So these are the things that I did, making sure the positions are right and making sure the icons, the layout will be perfectly placed and this is the layout I've created, which you're seeing on the screen. High fidelity prototype. This is where the real design and the mock-ups come into place. So in this stage is where I'll be actually designing into something where it feels like a real product. So as you can see, I'm designing the logo, the search bar, the information, the side face, the left face, the images, the icons, etc. So this is how the design process is coming. I'm sure you're seeing on the screen on how everything is coming into place. So as it takes a lot of thinking on how each icon should be placed where, and the roundness, the placements and all are perfectly thought through. So this is how my high fidelity prototype turned out. Hope you liked it. So here is my final mock-up and the final design of the Google search result web page designed by me. As you can see, it purely feels like a proper website, and it consists of a lot of icons, a lot of text, a lot of boxes. More organized is what I felt, and it dealt with a lot of pain points that we discussed earlier about blank space, not organized, not accessible, etc. So I definitely feel it has been worked upon it. Hope you liked my design and hope you liked this video. Do let me know the design part. I'm actually telling it to you once again, I'm a very beginner at this. It may be really bad, it may be really good, it depends. So this is just my try, and this is just getting out the things that is there in my mind. Hope you liked it. Do let me know the things that I can improve. I can really use some feedback. Thank you once again for viewing this video. Do let me know if you want more videos like this. I can definitely do it. It was an experiment. Let's hope it was a successful one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.